To the 20-year-olds who's thinking of maybe building something like London Real, not exactly the same, but in the same field or whatever, they want to build something. What kind of advice would you give those 20-year-olds?
It's a great question. The 20-year-old out there, what if they want to build London Real or do anything? Again, I go back to what I tell all of our students on the Academy and our TED speakers that we teach and the Business Accelerator people. Broadcast yourself, broadcast yourself. I think that was the name of my TED Talk, or at least it was going to be at one point. I think it's hugely important. If I hadn't started broadcasting myself 5 years ago, I would be a different person. You wouldn't even recognize me, and you wouldn't even know me. And I wouldn't have any friends, I wouldn't have any tribe members, I wouldn't have great relationships with some of the greatest people in the world, because I was too worried about broadcasting myself. So I think you need to be genuine on who you are, be authentic. If you drink ayahuasca, tell them. If you were a greedy banker, tell them. If you think this is wrong, tell them. Be yourself and broadcast yourself. That's what I think is the most important thing, because you're gonna find people who feel the same way about life that you do. And for the people that don't, great, get rid of them. Not everyone's gonna love you out there. I get emails every day from people that tell me how much they don't like me. And I actually get them and I read them. Brian, you're not the same as you used to be. London Real used to be about the journey and now it's about the business. And it's like, okay, that's feedback, and it's important for me to listen to that. And it's also important for me to realize that I have a vision of where we're going. And you can have a vision for your show, but London Real is my show. And so we're going here. But I get it. You want to feel that way? That's fine. I get people all the time telling me, we don't think you're doing it right. We don't think you should ask this. Why come you didn't ask Chris Hadfield why they faked the moon landing? I believe the moon landing was real, okay? I believe the earth is spherical, not flat, okay? I believe all of these things. I believe Rupert Sheldrake, and I love Rupert, is wrong about the dog knowing you're about to come home, okay? It conflicts with my scientific mind. And people disagree with me, and it's okay. I got a lot of people out there that don't like me. That's okay. I think when you broadcast yourself, you just cut out all of the wasted time and you find out who doesn't like you, great, and you find out who loves you, great. So I think that's the best thing you can do. And just start thinking about a business early on. All those YouTubers, think about a product ecosystem. Take some responsibility. And funny enough, I had the same conversation with Jocko when we were down in the lobby after we had this episode, and he was just starting out with this podcast. And I was like, you know what, Jocko, so many podcasters, they get a sponsor and then they sit with that sponsor and they never develop the business. And I'm like, you know what? There's nothing worse than another broke podcaster or another broke YouTuber. Don't be that guy. I mean, I didn't need to tell Jocko what to do because he's got a book and a business. I wouldn't tell Jocko what to do. But I remember having this conversation with him and many other people. Step up. It's your responsibility as a brand, as an entity, to go ahead and build your business. So do it, really start thinking about your product ecosystem, because it's not about money. If you build a business, you have the capital to scale your message. If you don't, you're gonna be that guy that used to have the radio show that now works as a waiter because you didn't build it as a business. And if you do build it as a business, you're gonna be a Joe Rogan or a Mark Maron or a Charlie Rose, because they built a business. And it wasn't about the money they made. It's because they had an entity that can reproduce itself, that can make beautiful sets, that can fly down and interview Dorian Yates over 3 days and make a beautiful documentary that we're about to do, that can take 100 people and build businesses around the world. That all took a business. So I think it's super important for people to just step up and realize it's not about the bucks, like Gordon Gekko would say. It's about taking ownership of your life so you can do what you want to do, and you don't do what a boss tells you to do to collect a paycheck, so you can watch a movie on the weekend, have a beer, and go rinse and repeat. I think it's about taking ownership of your life. And that's what we're trying to do at London Real. Ultimately, we want to empower people to be able to do what they want to do with their life and live their passion, like what I'm doing right now. I love this stuff. And when we see people doing things they love, that's what we're attracted to, right? Mm-hmm. Olympic athletes, entertainers, comedians, movie stars, what are they doing? What they love. That's why they shine. Apple Computer, Steve Jobs doing what he loved. That's why they shine. I think if everybody did what they loved, then the world would just be the great place. GDP would go up. So if I can help people get to that level, great. And if it takes Dan Pena or Ido Portal or any of these people to snap them out of it, or if it takes me telling them that they should step up their game and stop being lazy and take some risk and join the academy and be accountable, then I'm happy to do that because I like seeing people that do things with their lives.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.